Droops of Infomonicon.org asked me to try and penetrate his box. Since Stank Dog said he liked it so much, remember the comment about making sweet, sweet love down by the fire? I figured I'd give it a shot. Okay, to be less perverted, Droops just wanted me to do a vulnerability scan on one of his machines. I'll be using the following tools to scan Droops for vulnerabilities: Nslookup, Nmap, Telnet, Bugtraq, and Nikto. Hopefully, this example will give you ideas on how to look for holes in your own defenses. I'll be using a Linux box for part of this tutorial. First thing I'm going to do is open up a terminal and do an Nslookup on the IP address that Droops gave me. Nslookup will return the host name associated with that IP address. As you can see from the host name, this is probably a home box hooked up via ADSL and obtained through Bell South. Now that I have a little bit more information about the box, I'll try to Nmap it. The particular Nmap scan I'll be using is kinda noisy, but that's okay for this example. I'll use the -A parameter to tell it to do both a version detection and an OS detection, and the -P0 parameter to tell it not to ping, just in case a firewall along the way is blocking ICMP echo requests. While Nmap didn't return an exact OS guess, I can make an educated guess that it's probably a Linux box. As I can see from the Nmap results, a few common peer-to-peer file sharing protocols have been blocked, probably by a firewall or packet shaper somewhere along the route to Droops' box. I only did an Nmap for common open ports, so I might want to try a more extensive one later. The only open port Nmap did find was port 80, which is probably web, but for some reason Nmap's version detection didn't actually find which particular web daemon is running on that port. So here in a second we'll do a banner grab to hopefully find out. I did a banner grab by telnetting the port 80 on Droops' box, then throwing it some garbage and seeing what it returned. Unless Droops deliberately changed his headers, he's running an older version of Apache, 1.3.12, and from this naming convention I'm assuming it's a Slackware box. I'll go ahead and fire up Mozilla and see what web page he's serving off of that box. The web page he's serving doesn't look very interesting, so I'll look at the source code for comments that might be of interest. But still, nothing there. Next I'll look for a robots.txt file in the root of Droops' web server to see if there's any directories he's trying to hide from spiders, like the Yahoo or Google web crawlers. Once again, nothing of interest. But we do get an error message that gives us a little information about the server. So far the most useful piece of information we found is that he's using an older version of Apache. So let's go out to Security Focus and use the Bugtraq database to look up possible vulnerabilities for that version of Apache. Once you're at securityfocus.com's site, click on Vulnerabilities, then select the vendor or group that makes the software package, choose the particular software package, then choose the particular version number that you want to find vulnerabilities for. As you can see, Bugtraq returns several interesting vulnerabilities, along with a few buffer overflows we might want to look into. By clicking one of the links, we can find out more information about the vulnerability, a general discussion about the vulnerability that describes how it works, and possibly download exploit code that we can test ourselves to see how the vulnerability works. Almost makes it seem too easy, doesn't it? At this point, I could run a vulnerability scanner like Nessus on the box to see if I can find any additional problems. Unfortunately, Nessus is very noisy and time consuming. Since the only port I found open was port 80, I'll go ahead and use Nikto, which is a web-only vulnerability scanner, to look for common vulnerable scripts or insecure configurations in the way Apache has installed in his box. I could just run Nikto in a terminal window like this, but it's far easier to parse the results if I pipe them out to a text file. Nikto will return results giving us the vulnerabilities it's found and CAN numbers we can look up using Google. We'll also find what it considers configuration issues that we may want to look into, such as directories that have indexing turned on. Click Next to go to the further research section of this tutorial. Please use the following links to do further research on the topics covered in this tutorial. And of course, go visit Droop in his radio show at infonomicon.org.